今天是孟晚舟保释听证会的第3次开庭。那么在上午的听证会当中，孟晚舟方面呢，除了坚持孟晚舟的丈夫继续担任她的担保人之外呢，更提供了4位新的担保人。那其中呢，就包括他们的房产经纪、他们的邻居以及2位以前在华为工作但现居加拿大的人。那么他们呢，也会提供他们的房产以及现金作为抵押。控方呢则表示，孟晚舟的丈夫不能继续担任担保人，因为孟晚舟的丈夫不是 BC 省的居民，他有可能随时被要求离开加拿大。那双方将会就此问题在下午2点的时候继续做出讨论，下午2点将会继续开庭。
She was arrested on the 1st of December, and she started the bail hearing last week. As you can appreciate, it's a very complicated case. Given her stature, given the company that's involved, and of course given the fact that it's China, and there have already been diplomatic repercussions between Canada and China. But from a legal perspective, she has had now 3 days of hearing, and the judge is going to make a decision this afternoon. Depending on his decision, she will either stay in custody or she won't. And if she stays in custody, I suspect there will be an appeal of that decision. Regardless, what then has to take place is the scheduling for the extradition hearing. Extradition has 2 parts to it, legal and political. So the first part is the legal. Is there sufficient evidence for her to be extradited? Does the crime that is alleged by the United States fit within what is required by the Extradition Act? Because if this is a political effort by the United States, then that would be contrary to the Extradition Act. But if it's a straightforward criminal application, then of course it can go forward. So a judge would have to decide if there is enough evidence to send her to trial in the United States. If a judge makes that legal decision, that's not the end of it, because then she can then apply, or her lawyers on her behalf can apply to the Minister of Justice and give other reasons, non-legal reasons, why she should not be extradited. Very often, people who are extradited to certain countries, even by Canadian courts, are not sent because the minister says they are not going to get a fair trial, or they're going to be perhaps tortured or abused in some way. And so they are not sent. And if she has any kind of non-legal based fear, that's what she would do. Once that decision is made, so you need both the court to order her extradited and the minister to confirm that. Once that is made, then of course she has the right of appeal to the British Columbia Court of Appeal, and depending on what happens, perhaps even to the Supreme Court of Canada. So, as you can see, this is a process that could easily take at least 6 months to a year, maybe even longer. So those are all the steps that have to be gone through in the extradition process.
And also, it was noted that it's only a temporary arrest right now. So U.S. didn't file the official document yet. So do you think that they will do that recently? Yeah.
There's a deadline. The Americans have 90 days from the date of the arrest to file what's called the prosecutor's record of the case. And if they file it within 90 days, then obviously then you schedule the hearings. If they don't file it, they have the right to ask for an extension of time. If they don't ask for an extension of time, then the extradition ceases and is stopped. But my understanding, I could be wrong, is that they've already filed the record of the case. So if they have done that, then of course they're on time.
And do you think that there might be any political reasons behind this, or?
Well, that's the issue that certainly I'm sure her lawyers will think of, because as I understand it, the allegation involves the breaching of sanctions contrary to American law and contrary to the United Nations Security Council. And leaving aside whether the company, Skycom, was still part of Huinai and whether she had any control over it and knew about it, so leaving aside all of that, I think the very fascinating issue is whether breaching a Security Council resolution is considered political or criminal. Because if it's political, it may be outside the Extradition Act. But if it's criminal, obviously it's not outside the Extradition Act.
在第3次的孟晚舟保释听证会上，孟晚舟被允许保释，她需要上交1000万的保释金，其中700万是现金，另外300万将会由其他4位担保人负责。在保释期间，她需要遵守法庭的多项规定。孟晚舟获得保释，但必须要严格地遵守法庭的规定，其中包括提供1000万的保释金，在保释后48小时内向温哥华警方报到，每1星期向温哥华警方报到1次，把所有的联系方式交给监管人，必须要住在4005 28街的家中，每一天晚上11点至早上6点必须要留在家中，必须要留在大温地区的监控范围内，上交所有护照，配合 Lionsgate 24小时的电子监控，违反 Lionsgate 的工作将会被拘留，佩戴 GPS 跟踪装备，为 Lionsgate 付款，随时接受警方的检查，必须随时出庭。
我非常高兴今天孟女士被保释了。我在这里已经3天了，那我终于可以回家给我的孩子做饭了。今天，那我相信她也可以回家了。华人社会可能，我觉得这个事情比较复杂，然后每个人有每个人不同的理解，然后这涉及到很多东西，涉及到华为公司它是一个伟大的公司，也涉及到中国，涉及到美国和加拿大。那这个里头有很多东西可能我们并不知道，但是我们所知道的是，我们认为孟女士受到了不公平的对待。那我们希望加拿大这边的法律能够给她一个公平的这个结果。
还是比较满意的，就是可以体现我们加拿大的司法还是比较公正的。
但是接下来还会有引渡的这个法庭，那您这方面怎么看？
相信最后结果还是应该会是完美的。
就是您觉得他不会被引渡到美
国？我觉得不应该被引渡。
好，谢谢。